Hi and welcome to this session on capnography. So basically capnography measures your exhaled carbon dioxide, and this is one of the parameters you monitor for your respiratory function. So as you can see in the ventilator screen here, so this is the heart rate and the ECG, this is SpO2, and here you can see the EtCO2, exhaled EtCO2 is your capnographic waveform is shown here. So we are going to study about this. So to see about the basic, we'll study about the capnographic wave. So we have 4 phases in capnographic wave. So the first phase you see is a flat line. This is exhalation of dead space gases, and the second phase what you see here is an upstroke. So this is the sharp raise in CO2 concentration while expiration. The third wave is a plateau. You have just a small slight upstroke, and this is due to the ventilation perfusion mismatch, whereas and you can also see we have 2 angles here, one is alpha and this is beta. So beta is a point where there is highest EtCO2. so this is the point where you measure the EtCO2, and the last phase, the fourth phase or the zero phase, is inspiration phase where you have fresh gas and there will be fall in the EtCO2. So we will see one by one the different patterns of capnographic waves. So this is spontaneous breathing where you have the first phase, the second phase, the third or the plateau phase, and the fourth phase. This is the normal spontaneous breathing. So if the patient is on controlled mechanical ventilation, you will have this characteristic appearance which is also known as top hat appearance, which is normal when the patient is intubated. So you can see the first wave, second wave, third wave, plateau wave, and the fourth or the zero wave. So next is the first and the most important pathological capnographic pattern. So what you see here is, this is the first wave, this is the second wave, this is the third or the plateau wave where you see a very large upstroke or a prominent upstroke in the third wave and the fourth wave. So the abnormality is there in the third wave, and this appearance of the capnographic wave is similar to a shark fin, also known as shark fin capnograph. This is seen in cases of obstruction like obstructive lung diseases in asthma and COPD, and it could also be due to partial obstruction of ET tube by secretions. The next pattern which we are studying is, as you can see in this capnographic wave, the problem is there in the fourth or the zero wave. You will see that there is small serrations in the wave. This is the cardiogenic oscillations typically seen in children, and this is due to the heart beating against the lungs in thin chest wall, which is seen in children. Next pattern which we are discussing is your curare cleft. So this typical curare cleft is seen when there is recovery from the muscle relaxant. So it may be called as curare cleft because the earliest muscle relaxants used were detubocurare. So in the next capnographic pattern, what you see here is the waveforms which are there, they are decreasing in amplitude one by one. So this is typically seen in your esophageal intubation. Capnography is also the surest sign of endotracheal intubation. So now in this case we should remove the ET tube and we should re-intubate. In the next capnographic pattern, we have the defect in the third phase or the plateau phase. You can see that there are 2 peaks in third wave. This is seen in single lung transplant. So now we will discuss the next capnographic pattern. You can see here that there is rise in the EtCO2, sudden rise in the EtCO2 with the change in the baseline, which gives a typical step ladder pattern, and this is seen in malignant hyperthermia. So the last pattern which we are discussing is, in this we can see that there is sudden drop in the wave. So this is seen where there is ET tube disconnection or circuit disconnection or venous air embolism. Thank you.